Sam Amick has reported that the Wizards, Suns, and Bulls are believed to be suitors of Domantas Sabonis. Troy, what are you making of this report?
I think that his value is probably much lower than what a lot of people realize. And so the fact that there's a report that the Wizards have interest, that kind of tracks for me because if his contract, let's say, is a viewed as a neutral value or maybe even a negative value contract going forward, then the Wizards, who are going to plan to have $110 million in cap space, we've always been talking about how they can use that cap space without going out and signing free agents. Well, this may be an opportunity where they could give up minimal draft capital, maybe a young player or two, some salary filler, and then bring in a guy who was a former All-Star who has long-term money. But the thing is, the Wizards, they actually could be gaining draft capital assets. It could be to a point where the Kings might have to be giving up picks to get off of him. But I think that the report that the Wizards have interest, I think, is very credible. And I think that's something that we should all, as Wizards fans, continue to track.
I think it's just worth taking the swing on a guy who, like Troy said, has been an All-Star, may potentially have some All-NBA basketball left to play. I am a bit concerned because he'll be coming off of a torn meniscus, and it's a knee injury on a big man. And so, anytime you put those two in combination like that, that's concerning. But Sabonis has been a really good player for a long time. He has a reputation around the league. You bring somebody like that over to the Wizards, depending on what they give up. I do think, like Troy said, that this is a situation where the Kings could potentially have to give up draft capital to ship him somewhere else, and the Wizards are going to have a ton of cap space coming up this summer. And so I think I don't see why you wouldn't take the flyer. Honestly, this team isn't really going anywhere. You don't really have anything cooking, as far as the veteran players on the team. CJ McCollum has been on a bit of a heater over the last month or so, but Sabonis would easily be the best asset that they've brought in